Welcome in to the seventh episode of the Athletes Insight podcast. I'm Mitchell Manning. This is Cade Smith. And today we're going to talk about just kind of recap going through week 6, and then we're going to talk about week 7. And we also talked to Jaden Martin from Atkins. So here it is.
My name is Jaden Martin. I go to Atkins, play football. Been going to Atkins my whole life. Man, I like Atkins a lot. It's just you go through a lot, been through a lot, learn how to get over it. Especially in football these past 2 years. Um, we went 0-10 my sophomore year, and
That's
then
crazy.
went 0-10, and then last year 2-8. Was about to go on a 3 winning streak and lost our last game last season by 1 to go to the playoffs.
Man,
So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
no.
rough.
I know
yeah,
y'all are I need to talk about being 0-10, 2-8. Y'all are having a great start to the season, 5-1. It's one of
Mhm.
those it's a really good Conway Christian team. So
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think kind of was the change there to go from, having such a great season?
I think Coach Dobbs really. He's seen the potential we had this year, and he pushed us since December. Right after football season ended, he started pushing us. We were in pads. We got 10 practices in before uh, spring ended, and we were the first Atkins team to do that in 5 years.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah, and it was really the coach. He motivated us a lot, kept us motivated.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
so is this his first year or has he been here?
This is the first year. He was last year he was head coach of junior high, but this is
Okay.
first year.
Okay. I mean that's cool. Him coming first year. Y'all are having a great season, so that's awesome for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say, like in the locker room, what's different in the locker room than it was the past 2 years?
Oh, the energy for sure.
Yeah.
Past 2 years, no one really showed that they cared. It was just, it was always messy. Or it wasn't really messy, but it wasn't like, you could just tell no one really cared. And we got a lot more hype this year. We got a lot more people who really care. Uh, and not only do we have a lot more people who really care, we got a lot more people, and they all care a lot more than everyone did the past 2 years.
Yeah. No, that's big.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
no, yeah, for sure. I know. So there's I don't know if y'all are related. So Mason Martin, are y'all related?
That's my brother.
Okay, that's your brother. Okay.
Yeah.
What grade is he in?
He's a junior.
Okay. So I wonder, yeah, because I know I was looking at that stuff and I was like Mason Martin. I wonder if they're related. But yeah, so you can tell us about him and I know y'all are both like, pretty solid players there. So kind of explain that.
Um, he's stronger than me. Believe it, or not. I'm older. He's stronger than me.
Yeah.
He's a competitor. He likes to compete with anything and everything. That's how he's been his whole life. So, um, I mean, he's just a solid player overall. Fastest person on the team. One of the strongest skill guys we have, and he's got a lot of potential. Really. I think he keeps up what he's doing. He'll be really good.
Yep.
I mean, it's like a man's dream, pretty much, to be able to play with their brother. So I can
Yeah.
imagine how fun that
I,
is for y'all.
when we were younger, I'm not gonna lie, he got on my nerves all the time, but
Yeah.
it's good if I get to play with him. And, I mean, we're both pretty solid players, so you get to play with your brother and have someone like that is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to, I guess, get your thoughts about this upcoming game this Friday. I know y'all play Melbourne. And kind of, get your thoughts about that game because they're not a horrible team. So
No, they're a pretty solid team too. They lost to Mayflower, I heard, by 3 points.
yeah, it's 13-10.
So yeah, and Mayflower is a pretty solid team also. Um, we just we got to bring the energy this week. We after we win, we think we just won. We don't got to try this next week or whatever. But our team's got to keep the same energy. I mean, Melbourne's pretty solid, so if we come out flat, I mean, I think everybody knows what happens when you come out flat.
Yeah.
So, this week's just really preparing, watching film, see what we got, and adjusting to it. Uh, we and keeping it like having good practices and stuff like that. Not going like up and down in practices. Just maintaining like like I said, not going up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really think of a word for it.
No, yeah,
Now I know what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah, no, no,
you can't be like
You got to be
you can't let the
consistent.
good things affect you too much or the bad things affect you too
Right.
much. You got to
Yeah.
stay on the same
You
level.
got to
yeah,
be consistent. No bad practices.
yep.
Yeah. So with y'all being 5-1 this year, um, would you say that like the community has supported you more
Oh, for
this year as
sure.
opposed to the years
Yeah,
before?
For sure. The atmosphere is crazy this year. Even at away games, like I think we had more people at away games this year than we did last year at home games.
that's
So like,
crazy.
Wow.
yeah, like the past 2 years. So I mean, the fans they really bring it. They bring a lot of hype, and sometimes we can't get a playoff because we can't hear what coach is trying to say. But that's the way we like it though. And
It's not a bad problem to have.
Yep.
do what?
It's not a bad problem to have.
No, it isn't at all, and that's why we got signals, so it don't really matter. Sometimes coach gets a little too, I guess, he's a little adrenaline rush and tries to yell the play anyway, knowing we had signals.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
I know last week, so y'all played Salem, and so I know their quarterback. He's my cousin.
uh,
So yeah, I kind of thoughts about that game, and I know it's a close game. They're not a terrible team either.
no,
So yeah, just thoughts about that game.
uh, when we come out, we score. So I'm thinking, this gonna be a pretty good game for us. And then they come out and score just as fast as we did.
Hmm.
So, and they went for two, so it's 7-8 or 7-8.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, we're not gonna win this game if our defense don't put a stop to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't figure out how to stop them until the second half. Our defense didn't. So our offense, we just kept driving the ball, had a couple of forced turnovers, and you know, our offense and defense just came together finally in the second half. Our defense finally figured out our assignments, which we struggled with the whole first half. We were able to stop them a couple times. And at halftime, our coach he was telling us, this is a beatable team. Y'all want to win. Y'all want to have a chance to win conference. You're gonna have to step it up.
Yep.
Y'all haven't been doing y'all's assignments. Start doing y'all's assignments, and we knew what he was talking about. So, we started doing our assignments like we're supposed to, and come out with the win.
That's big.
It's good. Second half wins are the best, man.
Uh, we usually don't come out like that in second half. Second half, we usually just lay down, but we
Yeah,
we didn't this game.
that's big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's huge. So looking forward into y'all's conference. I know you got Mayflower, and you have Melbourne and Salem, all solid teams. So where would y'all say that what's y'all's expectations for how y'all's conference is gonna go?
It's gonna be tough. I know that. We got Mayflower and we still got Melbourne. I think those two are gonna be some pretty tough teams. But like I said, you just come out flat against any team, it's not gonna go good.
Yep.
So if we're just because we win, we gotta stay consistent. It can't be like, oh, we just won, and be stuck on that game. We gotta move our heads forward and look to the next game. So I think as long as we look forward, watch film, get our heads off the win, focus on the team we got next, I think we'll be fine. But like I said, just being consistent, we gotta be consistent. So
Yep.
Yeah, I mean I completely agree. That's how it goes. I mean you can't
yeah,
fall up against teams that aren't quite as good, and yeah.
No, yeah. Yeah, I want to talk about. So I know you're kind of a smaller school guy, 3A at Atkins. But I was wondering maybe like you have any schools talking to you like how that recruiting process has been. I know you're a senior, so
it's not. I haven't been getting too many.
yeah.
I got looked at one time by Lyon University in Batesville,
Yeah.
and that's about it really. Um, I don't know if I want to go play like any type of college ball or anything. So uh, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't been getting nothing. So
No, yeah, I feel you. 'Cause I'm in basketball, and I
yeah,
feel like I'm talented enough too. But I mean, it doesn't help being 5'10" and white basketball. Oh, it's a little difficult, but yeah, I've kind of accepted. I'm like, just put it in God's hands. But if it works out, it works out. But I'm not really planning on playing, at the next level. But it's just kind of one of those things. Where it's tough, and I know it's even tougher being at such a small school. You can't really get.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yep.
you can play amazing and nobody may even see you do it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think that like he was talking about being a small school. Do y'all think y'all can compete with teams bigger than y'all?
I mean, it's hard to compete with the teams we have now. So,
Yeah.
to be honest, uh, probably not.
Yeah.
we
Why do you think
we'd have to be a lot more physical and hit the weight room a lot more if we wanted to.
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, because it's tough because those bigger schools they just have so much more depth and like guys that
Yeah.
just bigger than it's tougher to you got such a bigger more population you got you're gonna be guys that are bigger than guys at smaller schools just
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
big
They can rotate guys the same size. We don't got that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah
Davian we talked to from Elkins, insane 4A school. They're like really good.
yeah
He pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they have the skill. It's not that. It's just like they can't rotate guys in like the bigger schools can. So
yeah
Yeah. Because you rotate guys in like that, they're gonna have close to the same talent, the same physicality and strength and
like
ability. So yeah, I don't think we can do
100%
that.
stamina.
yeah
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah uh so yeah I want to your thoughts so I know I mean obviously I'd go into the mindset of like, hey, I think we have the chance. All 5-1 have the chance to win, state championship. I want to get your thoughts of kind of, where's some teams that you think might give us some trouble down the playoffs, and if like, you think y'all have a shot to win state.
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't really look that far ahead.
Yeah,
I just focus on the next game. So
that's it. Yeah,
because you like the way I see it is if you put your attention that far or like your focus that far ahead, you're not gonna come out. You're just gonna come out flat, and you need 11 people to play. If you it's a 11 sport game, so you got one person that comes out flat. You're gonna have the rest of the team come out flat. You got
Yeah.
that one person that don't block. It's bad for the whole team. So I think me as a football player, and then having my team, thinking about my team and what we got this year, it's important to put my focus on the next game and just worry about the next game. But I think it win a couple in the playoffs. I'm not really sure how far we'll make it, but I have no idea how far we'll make it. Hopefully we make it far. Hopefully we make it that far.
yeah,
Yeah, I focus on the next game. I'm just worried about Melbourne right now.
Yeah,
yep,
that's a great mindset to
yeah.
have. Yeah,
I agree.
that's great.
Yeah.
Who are some guys in your team that would you say are standout players?
Oh, the whole line,
Yeah.
like all the linemen. If we didn't have them, I don't know how we would be because we finally got a good line.
Mhm.
Um, uh, with some of our linebackers, John Davis, uh, Austin Martin Trussell. They, I think John averages around 10 tackles a game or something like that.
Dang.
Yeah. And then my brother, uh, he, I think he averages 11 yards a carry somehow.
Crazy.
I don't even know how he has. I have like 20 more carries than him, and he averages more yards than me.
That's funny.
But uh, and then our quarterback Cole Crawford, he's pretty solid. He started as a sophomore. I could have started or I could have stayed at quarterback while he came up because that's what I used to play until this year, or no, until last year. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then this year I moved to or this past year I moved to. Me and my brother swapped at H a little bit, and then I finally moved to running back because our original running back, got hurt towards ACL.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he came up. He's been doing pretty good for us. He's been training and stuff. Um, yeah, and then I think our corner, Kenny Rivas, he just started when he moved to Atkins a couple years ago, and he's pretty solid and pretty good kicker too.
Nice. Yeah. So I didn't even know that you made that transition. So how was that transition from quarterback to running back?
If I'm gonna be honest, I loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't really like quarterback that much because I was constantly getting sacked and stuff. And my throwing, I wasn't very accurate, so I just wanted to run. I really wanted to be a receiver. I wanted to
Yeah.
be what my brother is. It's like you get to kind of run the ball and go out for like passes and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I wanted to do. My brother got that, and I got stuck with F. But I'm fine with it. We got a solid team.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. Man. We talked to a dude from Mayflower, and he kind of mentioned y'all being a really good team,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
some people say on social media get y'all get an interview with you, and yeah, I mean, y'all got a good team, surprised a lot of people. Cause I'm like, I saw when Atkins was good this year. I'm like, dang, like usually they're not that great. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
we've been underestimated. We
Yeah,
were projected to lose to Salem by I think 34.
wow.
Yeah, so
34?
And y'all
yeah,
beat them what 40-36?
yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
That's great. Yeah, because that's the same thing with we talked to Creed from Dardanelle, and he said they were projected to lose to Clinton. They beat them 48-12 last week.
Oh, dang. Yeah,
Like they,
see, that's underestimated right there.
no,
Yeah, yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
We've been underestimated every week and come out with a win other than Conway Christian.
yeah. And
Lost.
that game was close too. So I
Yeah,
mean,
That was a good game. So yeah.
yeah,
that's a solid team too.
no, yeah. I know they're probably they might win 2A state championship there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're a good team. All right, well, yeah. Anyway, wraps it up. Thank you for
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right, see ya.
See y'all.
All right, so now on to the recap, week 6 from last week and kind of preview week 7. We'll start off in 7A recap. The first game we got Harvard traveling to Springdale. That score was 21-49.
Honestly, closer. I mean, not closer. Not as close as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be a little closer than that, but yeah, I expected Springdale to win.
I figured it'd be about that score. Like maybe like even maybe a tad closer.
Yeah.
But I think the Carter and Van Buren are pretty similar. It's pretty similar scores. Then we got kind of I'd say a little surprising. At Southwest, traveled to North Little Rock, maybe like 2 minutes.
Very surprising, honestly.
But yeah, 38-21,
Yeah,
17-point win. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I thought North Little Rock might have been a little better, honestly.
I figured North Little Rock was going to win.
Yeah.
But the thing with Southwest, like they did play like not a terrible game with Cabot.
Right. Yeah.
Which kind of like, I'm like, well, they could win because I think I talked about that last episode. I was like, I'm not going to be surprised if Southwest wins this game. But like I'm surprised about that they won by 17 because I feel like those were pretty similar teams. They're both bottom of the barrel.
Great win for Southwest.
Good win. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think they've got athletes there. So
Honestly, they could sneak into the playoffs.
how many make it in?
I think 6.
6 at like from their conference?
Yeah.
And there's what, 16? So that'd be, so it'd be 12 out of 16. Probably, yeah, it's probably 12 out of
They could
16.
sneak in.
They could. They're ranked number 11 right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, right now we're kind of middle of the season.
Yeah.
So we'll get kind of, when it gets closer to playoffs.
They're right in the middle of conference right now.
Yeah. When it gets closer to playoffs, we'll, really start talking about brackets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully we, might even have a guest for those in the works. But yeah. So, it was a little surprising there. And this score don't surprise me at all. Bentonville went to Rogers Heritage and beat them 48-0.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Yeah, Heritage,
They're horrible.
They're the worst team in 7A for sure. Lost to Asylum, which is
in Central.
Yeah, exactly. They're bad. But Bentonville, they started the year 0-3, and that's 3 straight wins for them. I think that's good for them to get that confidence back and hopefully keep going that because they had a really good year last year.
Yeah, great team last year. Great year last year.
They won state, didn't they? Or they
no, they were
Fayetteville?
Fayetteville won. They were runner up.
Okay, yeah. So they lost.
They had a great season last year.
They beat Bryant, didn't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they did.
They beat Bryant. Yeah,
the semis. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean Bentonville, they're getting right, back on the right track. 7A, and then we got Rogers traveled to Bentonville West and got a 38-3 win.
Good win.
Yep,
Rogers is a great football team.
They really are. I think that score doesn't surprise me at all. Like they competed, and I think they're a top 10 team state.
Yeah, no, easily.
Yeah, pretty easily. They're a good team. Competed with Fayetteville. Could have beat them for sure a couple weeks ago, and then we had Little Rock Christian go to Central and
Make a good trip down the road.
Yep, 35-0. I mean, I figured they put more points on, but
35 win and shut them out.
it's fine. That's just as good as winning 49-14 or something.
Yeah,
56-14.
honestly, might be even better because they shut them out.
Shut them out. Yeah. Good win for Christian. After a tough loss to Bryant the week before.
Yeah.
Then we got Northside traveled up to Fayetteville and lost 7-42. Not really anything surprising there.
Yeah.
They're
Fayetteville's insane.
a good team. Northside's not that, great of a football team. And, Fayetteville are a good team. Probably, one of those blowouts.
Yeah. And then this one very much surprises me.
This one,
I had Conway winning it.
It says 56-7. Conway traveled up to Cabot and won 56-7.
Yeah.
Cabot lost by 50.
Yeah. I said last week, I think Conway's going to win.
But you said there's a chance Cabot could win.
Don't be surprised if Cabot wins.
And they lost by 50.
And they lost by 50. So they got killed.
I think it's one of those things where I had Fayetteville above Conway before last week.
Yeah,
and then I see the score and I'm like, whoa, holy crap.
Whoa.
Conway's a good football team.
Yeah, I have Conway above Fayetteville also now because of that game.
Yep. Yeah, so that's a great win for Conway.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch that Conway Bryant game. I feel like that'll be a good game.
Yeah, and I'm excited for Conway PA.
Yep. That'll be a great game too. Which going into PA's game at Bryant, it's 48-29. It's not. I guess played better than Parkview probably did against Bryant.
Yeah.
The PA, they only 19-point game. That's really good for a great Bryant team. Which Bryant,
and it was at Bryant.
And Bryant, they're borderline top 25 in the country.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They're really. Yep. And PA goes in there and compete. They did their job and didn't come on top. I wish it was at PA. I feel like it would have been a little closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what the score would probably be for that game.
Not a great slate for 7-8.
Yeah, the last two games were kind of the better two, and
yeah,
even Conway Cabot freaking killed. So then going on 6A, we have Greenwood and Siloam. Greenwood went to Siloam, and you saw on Instagram they had Kane Archer was 393 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 17 for 22 passing in the first half. Max Prep's Instagram posted it and collaborated with Kane Archer.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a great player. You figure that score would even be worse, but I'm sure all those. Literally 7 touchdowns is 49. All those points for the first half, pretty much. So
yeah, they probably put in JV after one drive in the third quarter. They could have scored 100 so easily. So easily if they kept their starters in.
Yeah, I agree. This camera, I don't know what crap's going on here. Really bright on me.
Yeah, it got bright on for no reason.
I don't know. I guess I'm like a ghost out here. Yeah, going to West Memphis Marion. Marion killed them 48-6.
Rivalry game, but losing like that, yikes.
You just figure most Memphis sucks.
Yeah, but losing to your rival by 42.
Yeah,
it's rough.
It's tough. But yeah, it's kind of what you figure. And then talk about this Mount Home Russellville game at Russellville. It's tough loss, 34-14. What are your thoughts about that game?
Here's the deal. Mount Home is a great football team.
They are.
But we shot ourselves in the foot. They scored on the first drive, and Sky kicked it to our wing guy, and we didn't come down with it. And they scored again. So they had 13 points before we even touched the ball. And we just didn't execute. We dropped a lot of balls that should have been touchdowns. I can't count how many balls we dropped. We played horrible. Our coaches did a great job. Be honest, our coaches did a great job scheming up, especially Coach Gunner. And Luke Jones, our quarterback, played the best game of his life. He played absolutely amazing. The receivers played horrible. Receivers played bad. O-line wasn't great. We just didn't execute. We got to do better if we want to win. And we know that we're capable of playing a lot better than that. And I don't know. We shouldn't have lost by 20.
Yeah. Even all that being said, y'all were going in third quarter, it was 13-7. they scored those first 2 drives, and then y'all didn't, let them score the rest of the first half, and then y'all come out and score on the first drive in the second half. I think, I feel like they're probably about 10 points better than y'all, but I don't think they're 20 points better than y'all.
Yeah, I mean, one of those touchdowns was at the very, very end because of a pick because we were just throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah, that's Mount Home's a good team. Yeah, I mean, really a lot of it is tackling. I thought
we couldn't tackle them.
tackle was terrible.
Yeah.
Their running back and their quarterback were just. Oh, I mentioned their quarterback got hurt third play of the game, and their backup running back came in at quarterback, and it didn't matter.
And honestly, I think it helped them because
I agree. I think it helped them.
yes, no, their quarterback getting hurt helped them against us because we couldn't stop their run game,
and so they just didn't even
really
pass.
good against pass.
They just ran.
Yeah, they literally just ran the ball all over us, and we didn't stop it. So, yeah. I mean, we're better than that. We know that. So,
I think a lot of it's just
we let Greenwood beat us twice.
Yeah. Yep. And that's one thing you talked about last week. We try not to do that, and that's
what happened. Yeah, we made mistakes that we don't make. So, gotta bounce back anyway.
Yeah, and it sucks because you got a tough game this week, but we'll get into that later. I feel like I don't know. The score probably should have been 24-14 or 27-17. I think that's kind of more.
We should have scored a lot more points,
but it's just kind of how it is. Then we have Van Buren Lake Hamilton. This the score surprised me, 41-3. Lake Hamilton. They just killed Van Buren.
Yeah, both of us predicted last week Van Buren to win.
Yeah, we both predicted Van Buren.
We were both horribly wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if Lake Hamilton or Van Buren was going to win this game. And I think this just showed that Van Buren is second worst team in conference easily. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Because they both played style the exact same, and I just played against a wing T team, so I didn't I'm surprised it was.
I'm shocked.
But yeah, Hamilton they've looked better. They're looking better. Yeah, they're a good team. That's gonna be a tough game. Last game of the year for us. So yeah, then we got Catholic Jonesboro. Talked about how this would be a close game. I think we both predicted Jonesboro to win this game, but Catholic comes up on top, 26-21.
Surprise.
Yeah. I figured Jonesboro was going to win this game, but I might have not said
it was a close game.
I figured if Catholic would have won, it wouldn't have surprised me. They're a good enough team, but they're 6-0.
Yeah,
they're 6-0, which is crazy. And I feel like they go 9-1. I think they beat Marion later in the year.
Really?
I think they do.
Really?
I think it'd be a really good game.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it'd be close, but yeah. And so they're going on to this Benton Sheridan game. Holy crap!
Benton put up 72 points.
Yep,
that's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of how Sheridan. We talked about that. This probably would be the score. It probably would be an insane score just because Sheridan, the way they play, they die or live by the onside kick, and
I bet Benton got really good at recovering that onside kick and gave them great field position every single time they got the ball. They just kept driving down the field and scoring. So.
Yeah, it's tough. Definitely with Sheridan, it's tougher when you just don't, we talked about it, you just don't have players that are talented enough to really run that system.
Yeah,
it's tough, and you gotta have good players to run that kind of system. But Sheridan, they'll be in playoffs.
Yeah,
because they're only 6 teams make it. Seven Hills and West Memphis will not make it. So so it'd be Sheridan. So I figured Sheridan will probably be the 6, and then we'll probably be.
It should be the 6.
I think we'll probably be the 6. Which we have potential to be the 5 or the 4, but I figure we'd probably be the 6 by the end of it. And it's tough to play that third team. But at least you're not playing the 1 or the 2. So in that position, 1 or the 2 seed. But going on to Southside. So this game, Southside Shiloh. Southside was up 20-3. Or 20-7, one of those scores to start the game.
They were up by a solid amount.
Yeah,
I can't tell you the exact.
I think it was 20-3 or 20-7. They were beating Shiloh, and then Shiloh just unanswered 30 straight points.
Yeah, Southside found a bunch of creases in Shiloh's defense because their defense is very weird.
You can talk about that when we talk about Russellville. Later, but yeah, they got a weird defense. Showed me kind of some stuff yesterday. Yeah. Really odd.
Shiloh came in at halftime, made a bunch of adjustments, and executed and won the game.
Because you watched the game, yeah. So, they came out, and I'm sure they probably had a talk at halftime. Whew, try to talk was
I wouldn't want to be in that
not
locker room.
fun. But yeah. And the last game had El Dorado against Sylvan Hills, and El Dorado just killed them.
Yep.
Huh. Like Sylvan Hills, they just had that one good game against us.
So weird.
I know. Yeah,
It's so weird. It's so weird. They did not like. I swear, when we played them, they weren't bad. Like they weren't horrible.
yeah, it's weird. Um, yeah, and going so that kind of close about 7-6A recap going on to 5A and below. We had I know Mills undefeated, Kills Forest City. I looked at kind of Mills' schedule. They're going to go undefeated.
Yeah, they have
most
a
of the year.
schedule.
Yeah, which like they're in 4A. I want to rank them high, but I just don't know. I don't really know how great they are.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to tell whenever they don't play good teams.
exactly. And then you had this score surprised me. Valonia comes out on top against Alma.
Yeah.
52-45 at Alma. Alma loses two really tough home games. Morrilton and Valonia. Those are
losing those at home. You can't do that.
That's two games you need to win.
Yeah.
Especially Valonia. You got to win that game at home. And they drop it. I mean, I'm sure Izzy is putting this team on the back. And yeah, he can't do everything. It's tough because Alma, they're a good team. I think they play Greenbrier this week at Greenbrier.
It's gonna be
so
rough.
I think that'll be a solid game. I hope their heads aren't down and because they really competed with Morrilton and Bologna and they have potential to be the best team in that conference. They just
they're not playing up to it though.
Yeah, I agree. And then Nashville kind of played close to the box. I figured Nashville got the win though. It's a 3-3. Talk about Warren, Hamburg.
Yep.
Talk about that game. We thought Warren were going to kill him, and I kind of feel like people around the state probably thought Hamburg had a better chance, but I think we had a good call on that.
Beat them by 26,
47-21, and then Mina Ozark. Talk about Mina. They're a good
decent game.
4A. They went 35-18 on the road.
Yeah, good win for Mina
at Ozark. I do feel like Mina goes under. I don't know. Darno Mina is going to be a good game.
Darno Mina will be a great game. Yeah.
Then we got Camden Fairview going to Magnolia. Kind of fair with the score.
Solid
30-37. They good game there. Camden Fairview's they're a solid team, 23 and on max prep.
They got a really high powered offense.
Yep. And they shut down Magnolia 7 points. So that's big for them. Lakeside gets a nice win at home, 42-7. Texarkana. Number 13 in the state. They're playing good. Maumelle kills Watson Chapel. Maumelle has that documentary thing. That's actually really cool. If you haven't seen that yet, I know
Echoes.
Yeah, one of our buddies actually works with them and play basketball with them here. He actually helps out there, so that's some cool stuff going on there. Honest one.
Pocahontas beats Cave City.
Gravit's really good. Whatever. They're 55-7. Got a nice win there. BB, after a horrible loss to Whitehall, goes at home and beats Pine Bluff by 20. So it's a good kind of.
Pine Bluff without Courtney is not good.
Yeah, they're just not a great football team
at all.
Yeah, I think that's a good bounce back win for BB after a horrible loss against Whitehall.
Yeah,
the week before. Mayflower at home. It's a tough game against Melbourne. Melbourne's a really good team. We kind of talked about him a little bit with the interview with Jaden Martin. They're a good team, and I think it's going to be those three teams competing for that top spot in the conference. So that's a good win for Mayflower to beat them and kind of, elevate them to that 1-2 spot. And then we got
pretty low scoring, 10-13. Wow.
All right. If you can see our faces, 77-0. Arkadelphia at Fountain Lake. The thing is, we figured the score would be something like this just because I went to Fountain Lake, and Smackover beat them 64, put 64 on them, 64-28. And Smackover is like a kind of middle of the pack 3A team.
Ooh.
So the best 4A team, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Arkadelphia is insane.
They're really
good. They are really good. I like watching Arkadelphia. They've got some dudes.
Yep. They played a post game with Lake Hamilton.
Yeah.
Lake Hamilton's a really good team. So
yeah.
Arkadelphia, I think they're in borderline top 25. They're up there.
They're up there, yeah. I agree.
They're good. They're a really good 4A team. Them and Elkins are really solid. I don't even think like that game might not even be terrible. Like the Elkins Arkadelphia, like Elkins probably win, but like I don't think it'd be a terrible game.
Yeah, I agree.
And then skipped over this game, but the game above that, this surprises me. Greenbrier goes to on the road, Farmington, and loses 39-27.
Very weird. Very weird.
Weird for them to put
Greenbrier's underperforming.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
horribly.
It's weird for them to have Farmington put 39. That's what surprised me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's very odd. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what to say about that.
Like, bro, I don't think people understand. Like, bro, their running back is insane. Their running back is
Greenbrier's
so
running back is
he's so good.
he's so fat. He's like Tracy Daniels, a little less explosive but shiftier.
Yes. Bro, he's like better. Like, I don't know. I don't explain it. He's a really good player. I don't know what's going on with Greenbrier there, but they're underperforming. There's no way they should lose that game. There's no reason they should lose that game.
Sure.
And they go out and lose by 12. So,
Yeah.
The Joe T beat Wild 35-6.
Expected.
Yep, it's fine. Joe T, really good team. Valley View, their last losable game of the year, they win 31-0.
They're gonna go
At
undefeated.
home, and Valley View's going to go undefeated. Kind of the same thing with Morrilton. I think Morrilton does play Farmington though. That could be a loss,
Yeah.
but Valley View's going to go undefeated. They don't play anyone else. They're what 5A East. There's just no other really good.
Farmington's so weak.
I feel like Valley View should be 6A. Like they should be.
Yeah, they could be.
Because they're better than Sheridan, probably. They're better.
Yeah.
And then in El Dorado probably saw a game. Yeah. Darnell, talk about Darnell Clinton. Everyone talked with Creed how people had Clinton picked to win that game. And Darnell, this surprised me, 48-12 at Clinton.
Great win.
That's a
Darnell.
great win.
At their place, too.
Yeah.
At Clinton's house.
And we talked to Creed the night before, and he was confident. He was.
Yeah, he was.
And they went out and they performed 48-12. My dad only scored. He teacher at Darnell. It's only scored. I'm like, holy, like that. I thought it was gonna be closer. I thought it was gonna be a close game. They go and win by 36. So great win for Dardanelle there. Elkins 58-0 on the road at Lincoln. Insane.
Morrilton kills P Ridge.
56-27 is what you figure. That's why I thought that's why Alma should beat Bologna. Because Bologna 28-23 against P Ridge the week before. 20-23 against P Ridge. Like, bro, Silent played a better game. I don't know. I just not think Alma's gonna lose that game at home. That really surprises me. Moore beats Dover 35-8. I'm surprised it was even that close.
Is that Harrison's first win?
Harrison's first win against Clarksville, 42-0.
Hey.
Big win for Harrison. They're playing at Morrilton. I swear Morrilton plays every game out, but they play.
They do. It's very weird.
They play, at Morrilton, and they're not going to win. I mean, I feel like it could. I feel like if it was at Harrison, I could see it.
Yeah.
But it's at Morrilton. I don't see it. Atkins, we talked to Jaden Marr about that game, that Salem game that they came out and he thought it was going to be offensive battle. They came out and scored a touchdown, and then Salem came out, got a touchdown, got a 2-point conversion, made it 8-7. He's like, well, if we don't get stops, we're probably going to lose. But I think they second half they started getting some stops, and they put together a really nice win at home. And Atkins moved 5-1. Like they're a good team. And he talked about, dude, they literally 0-10 sophomore year, 2-8 last year. They go out and they already have 5 wins halfway through the season.
Yeah, that new coach is doing wonders for them.
Yeah, they got a new coach. He was their junior high coach the year before. So that's big for that community there. Smackover, there's another talk about it. Center Point, they're undefeated, I think, too. But just lose by 10. I've talked kind of Peyton about it. He's he frankly, like, he's the only guy really doing anything like that can do anything. He feels like it's just these guys just aren't big enough and have that drive that you need to win football games. I mean, all their games are pretty close. They just can't finish. They can't. It's tough.
Yeah,
feel bad for them down there. They're underperforming. They should be better. Boonville gets a big win, 64-14. Greenland's not a terrible team either. Greenland's not a terrible team. So Boonville, that's a big win for them. They're always really good. Newport,
how are they losing?
I don't know. 27.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand that score either. 27.
How do you have Keandre Barker against that level
I don't know.
and not win? Like how?
That's two straight losses for Newport. It's not good. I feel like they were the 3A favorites. I don't know what's going on here. That's not a good look.
Horrible underperformance.
I agree. Then we got Malvern with a really nice win at home against Ashdown. Pottsville puts the beating on Waldron, 61-20.
Oh boy.
That was bad. Hot Springs, surprised Dick even put 16 on Hot Springs. They come out the win there. And yeah, I think that about does it for Harding Academy. Okay, 42-20 Batesville. Okay, that was a little closer, I figured, but yeah, Batesville's not a terrible team either. Okay, so then going into this week, kind of previewing, we'll start off with 7A. We got
some more conference play.
I do not like these games. Okay, we got one down here. We got a couple. So yeah, so it's tough. If there's not Bryant PA or Common PA, it's not a good game.
You know, like 7A is so top heavy.
It really
It's
is.
so top heavy. So like whenever they are in conference play, there's not very many good
There's
games.
5 terrible teams. There's 5 really good teams. So like it's just tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, first game we got Bryant at Little Rock Southwest. I mean, it'd be 60.
We don't even have to say
63-0. Okay. We got PA at Cabot.
PA will probably do about what Conway did.
Yeah, about 40, 50 points. Yeah. I think it's at Cabot. I don't even know. The Conway was at Cabot, so I don't even know. They'll probably be like 40 points. Like PA. Come back after a tough loss against Bryant and show they're a really good team.
Yeah.
Central at Conway. Ooh, that would be bad.
It's a bad day.
That'd be terrible. We got Northside. We got Rogers Heritage traveling to Northside. I think Northside wins that game, moves to 2-5.
Yeah, they should.
They will. Heritage
is horrible.
So I think Northside, that'll be good for them to get a win there.
Good for the morale
at home. And then we got, so I think is the best, I don't know, borderline best game in 7A this week. We got Springdale traveling to Rogers. I think if it's at Springdale, it's a little better, but I think Rogers
is going to kill them.
I think Rogers wins by 20, probably.
Yeah, 20-30.
20-30. Just Rogers, they're a good team. I'll say like 20-24. Yeah, and it sucks. I mean, Springdale, they're 6-0, so it sucks for them. Probably need their first loss of the year. But yeah, I think Rogers go up to 5-2, and I mean, kind of even out. They're a really good team, so they deserve to have that really good record.
Yeah,
we had North Little Rock going to Little Rock Christian. I think Little Rock Christian should kill them. On paper, okay, should kill them. I want to say Catholic did play close to North Little Rock. So don't be surprised this game is close. I can see this game being close.
Yeah.
I don't think it will, but I could see it.
Yeah. I just think Little Rock Christian's a little overrated.
I agree.
By most people.
I agree. So yeah, and then we got Bentonville West traveling to Harbor. I think that should be a pretty solid game there.
Yeah.
I think that'll
be a very solid game, actually.
That's we kind of talked about, I think.
In our rankings,
that's the only difference was number 10 spot. I had West and he had Harbor. So see who the true number 10 is.
1-5 and 0-6.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy to have the number 10 team 0-6. It's crazy. But hopefully they get their first win. Because they could be 0-7.
Yes.
Insane. And they're not like terrible. Like they're not great, but they're not terrible. They played a really close game in Springdale.
They just haven't played the bottom half of that conference yet.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, and then we'll go last game. We got Fayetteville traveling to Bentonville. I don't think this
Fayetteville by 20.
I agree, but I think Bentonville at home is kind of one of those things with Rogers. This could be close.
Yeah,
it could be close.
It could be similar to the Rogers game, but Rogers is a little tougher than
Bentonville. I agree, but so I think Fayetteville probably comes up top about 24 points, kind of same thing. But I could see that being close. I know that was the finals last year in 7A.
Yeah,
rematch. So I know Bentonville lost, so. They're getting them back at home.
They may want it back.
I'm telling you, they're back at home. They lost last year. I think they probably had this game circled on their.
And they're hot.
Yeah, they're in a row. Yeah, I'm saying they could pull off the upset. I could see it. So yeah, then going into 6A, some of the games they weren't terrible. Or anything crazy. Oh, baby.
Oh, great game.
We've got a
Great game.
We've got a Silent Greenwood basketball game. Yeah. Sylvan Hills, West Memphis.
It's a good one.
Oh,
That's a
baby.
good game.
That's a great game.
Like, actually, it would genuinely be entertaining to watch that game.
Yeah. I think Sylvan Hills wins this game. I think Sylvan Hills could win by like 40.
Yeah,
Or,
that's
or
not
they,
ridiculous.
or they could lose.
But here's the thing. I think they're going to try to play to each other's level.
Mm-hmm. This could be a close. Like this will be an interesting score to see. I want to see.
It will. It will.
I think Sylvan Hills wins. I generally don't know how much by. I don't know. It could be 50 and it could be 2. Like I generally don't know.
Yeah.
It's an El Dorado.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute.
What?
They have Lake Hamilton above Mountain Home.
Yeah, they got Lake Hamilton at 4.
That's bad.
Yeah, I want to see them play. I think it wouldn't be a terrible game. I think Mountain Home probably is the better team. Lake Hamilton's been on a roll lately. They've won 5 in a row. They're looking better each week. I don't know, but I think after this week, after Greenwood, they'll,
Yeah.
But yeah, El Dorado is going to Benton. That'll be a beat
Benton
down.
should take care of business, and
They have Shiloh above Benton too.
they have Charlotte above Benton.
Yeah,
Wow. I disagree strongly.
I disagree strongly too. But yeah, Benton will show they'll be 6-1. I mean, hopefully, y'all freaking play close game with Shiloh so they can,
Yeah.
Ben is the number 2 team. We got, I think it's gonna be a fun game. We got Catholic traveling to Sheridan. I think Sheridan could pull up the upset here.
Yeah.
I think they could.
That's a winnable game for Sheridan. Catholic is, I mean, yeah, they're 6-0 on paper, but if you watch them, they're a good football team. I'm not saying they're not a good football team, but I am saying that they're not as strong as they look on paper.
I agree.
And Sheridan's
not as weak as they're probably about 2-4, 3-3 team. But like they have the potential.
They have Kevin Kelly.
They have the one of the best coaches in the country.
Yeah, so you can never count them out because of that coach.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think, for Catholic, if they want to buy, have to win this game. You have to win this game.
Must win game for a buy. Must win.
And then even if you want to get that 3 spot, you have to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
You'll play prior to us. If you get that 3 spot, you probably play us or you'll play Southside. It'll be one of those.
Probably Southside.
Yeah, it'll be one of those teams. I mean, you'll have to beat them. So it'll be one of those teams. And I think they'd much rather have a bye than or even go down to like the 4 or 5 spot. So this is a must-win game for Catholic and Sheridan. I mean, you already lost to Jonesboro, so it's a little tough, but you're probably locked into that 6 spot. So I think it means a little more for Catholic to win this game.
Right. Yeah.
But I think Sheridan could pull up the upset here.
I agree.
Then we got Salem traveling to Mountain Home. Holy moly. It'll be bad.
They're going to kill him.
Yeah,
They're going to kill him.
It'll be 60.
I wonder if Mountain Home's quarterback will be back. I doubt it.
Yeah.
With the way that he came out at the beginning of the game and never came back.
Ooh, yeah, it was interesting to see. And with obviously it didn't matter as much because they're just running all over us. But I'm telling you, with some good teams, or like some teams that like more better game plan, they can tackle better. They're one dimensional. It's gonna be tough for them.
I mean, good. I'm a little sidetracked here, but like, I play against our DBs every day, and it's so rare to play against a DB that are as good as ours.
Yeah,
like our DBs are really good. But with that being said, I'm running routes. I'm not running the football. So, we're really good at stopping the pass, but when you run, we're a little weaker.
And then I think we have 2 to 3 like really good linebackers, and then the rest of the linebackers like just aren't that great. And I don't play. I'm not gonna name names, but like someone kind of tackled him and it kind of just threw him away from our whole team, and then he got up and scored a touchdown. It was kind of like, what are we doing? But yeah. So it's I think we're really good against pass. Bo and Merge, I think, are really good. Guys against Malachi and Jerron, I think, made a really good play. He made a really good play, broke it up, and they still caught it against Mount Home.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy, but and even Greenwood, I think he did the same thing too. But yeah. Then we have this is a sleeper game, Marion at Jonesboro.
That is a sleeper every game. Two similar teams and personnel wise.
And you got a 5-1 and a 1-5 team, but I think this.
But Jonesboro has played tougher teams than Marion
tougher.
has.
Way tougher.
So Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I'm still taking Marion.
I'm taking Jonesboro. I think Jonesboro. I think Jonesboro comes on top.
Wow.
I don't believe in Marion. I don't.
Wow.
I don't believe in Marion.
Wow.
I don't believe in them. I think
I
Jones.
don't either, but I'm still taking over Jonesboro.
Yeah. I mean, Jonesboro barely lost one to Catholic last week.
I feel like Marion's better coached.
I think yeah. Being at home, I think Jonesboro go and win this game. So I think they do. Um, we got Van Buren traveling to Southside. I think Southside wins this game.
Should.
It could be closer. But I think just seeing that, like
This is
game.
this is really big for Southside
Really big game for Southside.
because if Southside
Big game
lost,
for y'all too.
it's a big game for the conference.
Yeah.
It's a really big game for the conference because if Southside wins, they're a lock.
And Van Buren is fully out because they've played Russellville, Lake Hamilton, and like they just haven't played down home, but they're
not going to be about.
they're not beating them out. So,
If Southside wins, they're locked for the playoffs, and if Van Buren loses,
it's over. You're playing.
it's their season's
Your last three
not
games,
looking good.
Your last three games are Mountain Home, Greenwood, Shiloh.
They have to beat one of those three top teams in 6A West.
It's not happening. The only one I can see is Mountain Home, and I don't see it. So. Yeah. I think Southside wins the game pretty handily, 20 points, and it's a good win.
Yeah.
And then we got Russellville at Shiloh. Get your thoughts kind of about this game.
Sal's a really good football team. Very, very, very well coached. They got some really good skill guys at the receiver position, and they have an amazing O line. Got a big old quarterback. He's pretty solid. Their DBs are all right. Their DBs are all right.
That number 7 dude is kind of small.
Yeah, they have a corner.
Then that safety small. Number 13 wasn't terrible back there.
Yeah, like their DBs are average. They're average.
Yeah.
The way they play their defense is so weird.
Talk about that. That's like weird.
They don't do it this every play, but they do it a lot. So the line, everyone is
on the D line. Yeah,
everyone on the D line is in a 2-point. The linebackers come up with them, and they're all just like standing up.
Like they literally are pretty much running a zero front.
Yeah, and they'll like move around and just like walk around, and whenever the ball snaps, they'll just take off.
They're literally like standing up like they're all on the edge. Like I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah,
even like
they're all in the 2-point stance. Yeah, it's so weird. And then whenever they do that, also their DBs will back up like 15 yards. And they'll stand like a receiver.
And they're standing like a receiver. They're literally like
yeah. Oh yeah, and every single play, their deep safety stands in a receiver position.
Yeah, every single play.
It's just really weird. Southside exposed it really bad.
Yeah,
Southside took advantage of it. And so that's what we're trying to do. Also, I mean, we got to expose that weird defense because there's a reason nobody runs a defense like that because if everyone ran that all the time, it would be horrible. But the thing is, since it's different and nobody really ever sees it, it's hard to play against because you don't ever see it.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Well, honestly, from our standpoint, we just have to go in and execute. We can't keep playing how we've been playing in the past 2 weeks. If we just execute, it'll be a great game.
Yeah.
But we have to execute. If we don't execute, do the right thing. They're gonna. I mean, Shiloh is a great team. They're gonna kill us if we don't play how we need to.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope y'all win this game. I hope y'all compete. It's just, from what I've seen the last 2 weeks, it's just tough to believe that. And it's at Shiloh, so it's just a little tougher. I personally think it won't be a great game, but I mean, if y'all go out and y'all just got to start good, man. Y'all, the last 2 games are terrible starts, just terrible.
Yeah.
Like not even like 13-0 before we really even touched the ball. Like it's pretty much both games. The second one is just third pick six, or the first one was third pick six. But yeah, I mean, y'all gotta have a better start, and I think it starts with that. You just gotta start the game well. If y'all start the game well, then I feel like it would be a close game. But it's one of those. And then we got Lake Hamilton traveling to Greenwood. Yeah, and Lake Hamilton's not that they're a terrible team. It's just
Greenwood's crazy.
Greenwood's
not gonna have a close game with anybody.
And yeah, I feel like it'll be a 30, 35 point kind of game. Yeah. All right, and then going to 5A and below. I'm talking about some of those games. We got Ozark traveling to Pottsville. feel like that won't be a terrible
That'll be a
game.
solid game.
I feel like it'll be
Solid game.
solid game. I think Pottsville. I think at home
I'm taking
comes out
Pottsville.
on top and move to 5-2. But that could be a solid game.
Yeah.
For sure. We got Farmington traveling to Bologna. I feel like this could be a pretty solid game. I'm taking Farmington.
I gotta take Farmington.
I don't
After
believe
they
in
just beat Greenbrier like they did, you have to take Farmington.
There's a two Mickey Mouse 5-1.
Yeah.
Gonna go to this Atkins Melbourne game we talked about. At Melbourne.
Oh.
I think Atkins comes on top. I think Atkins comes on top. I believe. I think he really just. You could tell, like, bro, he was a dude that doesn't like lie. Like he tells the truth.
He was real.
He's been real, and like, bro, he talked about that locker room, how they're so much better. There's more energy. Everyone's more like, I don't know. Everyone's more like, just connected and want to win. So I think that's.
They have a great chemistry over there. Great locker room environment. I haven't watched a single Atkins game this year. I haven't watched a single Melbourne game this year. And so I can't make an accurate prediction. But off of what I do know, talking to Jaden yesterday, I'm picking Atkins.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Then Parkview goes to Texarkana and will kill them. Crazy that Texarkana is 0-6. I mean, that's tough because they're not an 0-6 team.
Not at all.
Kind of like Bentonville West.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks for them. They're going to go to 0-7. Just kind of how it is. Lakeside's going to absolutely murder Hope. Take out all their hope, no pun intended, of winning a football game this year. Pretty much. So, yeah, this will be a good game here. Watson Chapel, Whitehall. I think Whitehall wins this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Whitehall.
Two pretty terrible 5A teams. And here's a good game. Both 3-3. Should not be 3-3. We got Alma traveling to Greenbrier.
Phenomenal game.
Yep.
Both teams are
underperformed.
Both teams have underperformed. Both teams have a crazy running back. I'm taking Greenbrier. I'm taking Greenbrier just because as a team, they have a more complete team than Alma does.
I'm gonna take Greenbrier too. And
it's at Greenbrier.
Yeah. I think at Greenbrier kind of does it for me. And Alma couldn't find a way to win at home, so
yeah,
it's gonna be tougher to find a way to win it, on the road. So that's not that's like 2-hour drive, like pretty close, like hour and a half. Like that's not an easy drive. So yeah. And then Hamburg go 5-2 against CrossFit there. Maybe Fountain Lake wins a game. They're 1-5. Play a 0-6 Genoa Central, whatever the Genoa Central is.
Farmington, Bologna.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that a little bit before they get up.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, you said Farmington, right?
Yeah.
We both kind of talked about Farmington. I think Salem wins that game. They're 3-3, so I think they'll move to 4-3 there. Kind of talk about them. Waldron at Mina. I think Waldron lose that game. I don't know I don't know how they beat Ozark. I don't know how, but they did.
Why does Max Preps have a live score going to that game?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good game.
I don't know. It's such an odd game to have a live score at
Mina.
For Max Preps.
Mina's gonna kill them, and I think they're gonna go 7-0 in the year. So that's big for them. What we got? Malvern, Boxside, they're going to kill them. Arkadelphia is going to kill Harmony Grove. Magnolia Hot Springs. That'd be a good game, 5A style.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's a great game. That's huge for both teams.
Yeah, it is big for both teams.
Yeah. For that whole conference, that's huge.
Yeah.
Because when we talked about that conference before, kind of very beginning of the year, Hot Springs and Magnolia were, I mean, they're very close, and
I think we both kind of had Magnolia over.
We did,
and I still agree. I still agree.
That's I too, but there's no way they really know.
Yeah, I think Magnolia wins this game though. It's all team there.
Yeah,
Searcy, I think they moved 6-1, beating Pine Bluff.
Yep.
At Pine Bluff, I think Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove is not a terrible 4A team. They go on the road to Elkins. Could be closer than what you think, but I think Elkins kills them.
Elkins should kill them.
Prairie Grove, I've looked at their stuff. They're better than what people think. They're a pretty solid team, but there's no way they would be Elkins. But I do think it'd be closer than what people think.
Yeah.
The Queens somehow 3-3. Don't know how.
Ow.
That's insane.
Camden Fairview is going to
Kill them. And Kenny Fair's 4-2. They're gonna kill them. We got Lamar traveling to I might be at this game. I might be at that game. Lamar at Darnell. I might be there. I think Darnell wins. I think it'd be a fun game to watch because the other two, I know a lot of people on both those sides, and I know both those teams have running quarterbacks.
Yeah. I'm taking Darnell by 20.
Okay, I'm taking Darnell about 30, 40.
20, 30, yeah.
40. I'm taking them by 40.
Yeah, they're going to kill him.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a kind of fun game to watch there. Yeah, but battle with two pretty bad teams, Puritan Clarksville. I think Puritan probably wins that game. Get their first win of the
Yeah.
year.
No, Clarksville's horrible.
Yeah,
They're so bad.
Clarksville is terrible. Maumelle Jacksonville. I think Maumelle moved to 5-2 on the year.
Yeah, they should.
At Jacksonville.
Yep.
Paragould Harding Academy is not a terrible game.
That's a big game for their conference.
But yeah, big game for seeding and all that stuff. I think Harding Academy comes up on top to at home. Valley View is going to win that game 7-0. Be 7-0 in the year.
BB Robinson.
Yeah, on paper it looks like it's all game. I think Robinson kills them.
Agreed.
I think that dude killed them. Clinton moved to 6-1, beating Dover. We kind of talked about this Harrison Wilton game. Harrison, it's at Wilton. It's just going to be a little tougher. I think it was at Harrison to be more of a chance to win that game, but I think Wilton moved to 7-0, which is crazy. Boonville's going to move to 7-0. And Mayflower should move to 7-0 as well, going to Equipment.
Yeah.
I think that about does it for this week in Arts High School football.
Great week conference play.
Yep, I think we're kind of moving toward the kind of later, or the back end of the
second half
conference. Kind of gotten past that right in the middle. We're kind of at the middle. I think last week was exactly the middle. I think this week is exactly the middle conference.
Something like that.
I know last week was like middle of like the season. I think this is middle of conference kind of around here. But yeah, I think there's a lot of big games for seeding where you want to be in
this week is very important. It's easy to slack off in this time of the season just because
it's getting tired.
You're getting tired. You can find yourself going through the motions.
Yeah.
So the teams that perform well are going to be the teams that aren't slacking off and taking reps off because they're tired or whatever.
And I think those are the teams that are going to perform in the playoffs because
if
you can count them now, you can count on the playoffs. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that does it for episode 7 of the podcast. I know should have Mike's back and stuff in the studio next week and hopefully get some good interviews. I know we've kind of haven't been really getting coaches lately, and I'd like to get a pretty solid coach next week, and I'm gonna do our best to do that. So yeah.
We're gonna have rankings posted pretty soon.
Should have those either by Wednesday. This is recorded on October 16th or tomorrow. Should have those soon. So yeah. All right, think about does it.
Yep.
So thanks for watching.